welcome back. If you, I don't know, if you didn't get enough of us, we're back.
Yeah,
Probably
we're
in the
back.
same day, depending on my laziness in editing.
Mm-hmm.
This one shouldn't be too hard to edit. Just gotta cut out the awkward silences and my stuttering.
Oh, and my, I don't know, coughing. Oh, and all the helicopters that want to pass by.
Yes, I cut those out for the most part. If you hear helicopter, it's one I couldn't cut out.
Mm-hmm.
So if assuming you were coming in from listening to our review recap of part 2 of Let's Get Dangerous, we are here going to answer and discuss the many, many questions you guys sent us because we got just a little bit too many questions to include in our regular episode, which is already, I'm sure, going to be long enough.
Yeah, for like 3 hours.
I'll be able to cut out a bit.
Yeah.
We appreciate all of the questions you sent in, though we had, like I said, a bit too many to include on our regular episode, so we made a hopefully one-time special episode to answer and discuss all of your questions. Mm-hmm. Because we got a lot of them for Let's Get Dangerous, part 2 specifically, because, which is fair, because a lot more happens in that part.
Yeah, and honestly, like, I get y'all. Like, I also want to discuss part 2 of Let's Get Dangerous.
Yes. That's if it's not coming across. We really appreciate you guys sending in all these questions.
Yeah.
It means a lot that you take the time to send in questions.
Yeah, like, back in the day, like, we kind of started the segment where, like, maybe we'll get a question here or there eventually. But no, like, we consistently have questions.
Yeah.
Like, it's great.
I think since we started, we haven't really had an episode where we didn't have questions.
Yeah.
Which is really nice, so thank you.
Yeah.
Without further ado, how was this introduction 3 minutes? I'm gonna fucking cut that down. Without further ado, I can start with our Twitter questions. Mm-hmm. From Disney Ween Matt at King of Tunes, what did you think of Bushroot being mute rather than having a new voice actor?
I liked it, because it gave, like, the dimension of him being, like, kind of like, what's it called?
Swamp Thing?
It's really late, y'all. The Swamp Thing. Yeah, like, it kind of added to that. In show, it kind of added that, like, creepiness vibe, like, the mysteriousness vibe. But yeah, I think it's, like, very sweet in a way to, like, hold, like, this respect for the voice actor as well.
Yeah, I mean, Bushroot was a character, obviously, who originated in Darkwing Duck, and, I mean, his voice actor is the only one who has passed away, I think. I'm fairly certain. And so it was nice. It was so in a way, I like that it was respectful in a way that, because the voice actor died, the character doesn't speak. Mm-hmm. And, like you said, it's, making the character into more of definitely a creepier version.
Oh, yeah.
It just makes the character more interesting. Visually, definitely.
Because, I mean, if you know original Bushroot, he has a very fun voice, but it also, like, his image and his way of acting and his voice very much give another, like, image of who this villain person is.
Yeah. Despite his high kill count, he is the least threatening of the fearsome 4 and 5.
Yeah, he's a goddamn dweeb as well.
Yeah. Let's see, from last name basis at Crying Drama 32. Hi, I love the podcast so much, and I was wondering what's your opinion on choosing to make Drake and Gosalyn's whole relationship into an arc. I'm also glad that Drake changes his voice when he's Darkwing. It bothered me in the series that he talks the same.
Well, thank you, first of all.
Yes, thank you.
For the love. And I mean, I really like that it's going to be an arc.
Yes.
Because I think if you kept, like, Gosalyn being a teenager and, like, immediately getting adopted, like, yeah, it's a cartoon, but it's unrealistic in a sense, you know?
Yeah, and I mean, and we've seen this show, I mean, within the realm of it being a cartoon, take things to a more realistic level. Mm-hmm. I don't know, like, the characters act more realistically. The scenarios, I I don't know, have more tension and drama.
Yeah, and like they have like long-term effects.
Yes.
Like,
yeah, so I think it makes a lot more sense for us to work up to him adopting her. Mm-hmm. If like him adopting her out of the blue, like not out of the blue, but at the end of the episode, wouldn't have made sense. It would have been out of character.
Yeah, especially like if you see the situation from Gosling's side.
Yeah,
because she very much is still like under the impression like yes, she's grateful for them and she is willing to have them as support. Like, you know, she cares for them as friends at least. You know, she's also like still searching for her family. Yeah, and she's not ready to include them in that picture yet. Yet. What was the other part of the question? Oh,
it was a comment, is that they like that Drake changes his voice when he's Darkwing. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, you compare him talking at the end as Drake to him as Darkwing, there's definitely a big difference.
Yeah, and I love that. He's less obvious.
Yes. He's a lot more confident as Darkwing. Mm-hmm. As Drake, that kind of falls apart, which is nice.
Yeah. Hashtag relatable.
Let's see, from Violet Ganache 42. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly. There were a lot of Disney Afternoon references in this episode, ranging from Darkwing Duck, obviously, and a sea monster ate my ice cream, to Fluffy Dogs and Bonkers. Which one is your favorite?
The sea monster ate my ice cream.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think that's one of my all-time favorite gags from the original series, up there with Fenton's ever-expanding binoculars in the Liquid Assets episode.
I'm gonna get a back piece of just that series of images, like, tattooed. No! It's so funny, but yeah, like, because I guess I didn't really expect them to do, like, pay homage to the sea monster ate my ice cream.
Extremely iconic scene.
Yeah.
Yeah. It still comes as a surprise. I'm like, oh shit, I keep forgetting they reference it.
And yeah, I have no feelings about Punk.
No. Oh, the theme song's stuck in my head again now, though.
I don't know it. I'll just forever have the Darkwing Duck theme song in my head. You know?
Now it's just bonkers. Anyway. From Turtle Duck Dog 1. How do you feel about this episode getting more attention than any other episode, and the fact that it is centered mostly around side characters? What do you think that says about the series overall when storylines surrounding the main cast don't get the same kind of hype?
I think it's just concentrated hype.
Yeah.
I think it's why it feels different. I think, like, I don't know, at least for me, like, I've been excited about, like, long-term main character arcs.
Oh, yeah.
But it's diffused more. Like, here, like, you're so hyped for a single episode because you're kind of like, it's my one chance to see these particular, like, characters doing their thing.
As the focus,
so, like, yeah, as the focus.
Yeah, and I mean, I think, Darkwing Duck itself is big. Mm-hmm. Like, there's a very big fan base for that. And we've been, like, leading up to this episode.
Yeah.
Ever since Beware the Buddy System, when Darkwing Duck was first introduced as a concept in the show. And so I think this is just, I mean, we've been, and people who are long-standing fans of Darkwing Duck have been waiting for Darkwing to come back to TV. And so I think, I mean, this is just, like, all of that concentrated.
I think it's also, like, an episode where people that don't necessarily watch the series can come in.
Yeah.
And, like, peek at, like, this version of, you know, an all-time favorite. Mm-hmm. And kind of, like, still, in a sense, enjoy. Even though we have a lot of things, like, the interconnected with Fowl, and, like, that serves, like, the storyline. But you can still kind of come in and check out this new version of Darkwing, you know?
Yeah, I think, like we've said, at least in, we might have said this in part 1, that this definitely feels almost like a pilot. Yes. It feels like we're being introduced to, like, who Darkwing is, we're introduced to who Goslin is, we're introduced how Launchpad fits into all of this. Mm-hmm. And it feels like an extension of the universe DuckTales is already setting up.
Yeah.
Like, it's like we're seeing the result of this universe DuckTales, this extended universe DuckTales is creating.
Mm-hmm. And we've had, like, similar episodes, like, mostly Fenton episodes,
yes.
Where you see kind of, like...
Another side.
Another side of... You're still connected to the McDuck family, but you're, like, kind of a little further away. You're seeing the effects of just living in Duckburg, being around this family, And I don't know. It's really interesting to me and fun.
Yeah. And let's see. From Artie at Arturos, hope I pronounced that correctly. How do you feel about the notion that Fowl says that Scrooge is the main reason for the chaos which is happening in Duckburg and to their family as well because of their adventures? Now, it seems they're not exactly bad guys, and we're made to look at the McDuck family from another angle.
Do you have thoughts?
Yeah, I think we commented a bit on this in our recap. That I like that from Bradford's point of view, the McDucks are like the bad guys almost. They're the source of so much chaos because they don't think about the consequences of their actions. Mm-hmm. And that they kind of thoughtlessly get involved in magic and aliens and all this stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I like that idea a lot. That because of Scrooge, like this evil organization resulted, like to correct what he's been doing.
Yeah. Like that's incredibly interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely makes Fowl itself and Bradford specifically the most interesting villains the show has had.
Mm-hmm. I think it's also, like, we see this later, but it's also very interesting to me how, like what Bradford wants to do and, like, maybe, the reasoning behind the institution of Fowl is different to what the people he's employed want to do. And that's, like, a very fun dynamic to me. Yeah. Because there isn't, like, 100% everyone is down working for the same goal, That's just fun.
Yeah. No, yeah. And I like that, Fowl's introduced way back when in DuckTales 1987 in the episode Double O Duck, and they're one of the main villains in Darkwing Duck, though they're the shadowy figureheads of Fowl, and we never learn anything about them or their actual motivations beyond they're evil.
Yeah.
And shadowy.
Yeah.
So I like that we get this literal shadow organization brought into the light in this new series of DuckTales. That was smart of me. I like it. Good job, Anna.
Big brain moments.
From, this is fun, Sexy Donut 666.
Hell yeah.
A lot. Why do you feel like this Launchpad was so eager to be part of an adventure family? Do you think they're going the same route as 87, where he thinks he's a disappointment to his parents? That's the Top Duck episode.
Yeah. It's, sad Launchpad hours here at my house.
No.
Maybe, yeah. Like, I feel like we don't know anything about his family.
No.
Like, at all.
No.
But the moments that we've gotten of, like, Launchpad are very, like, filled with, like, that fear of being a disappointment. Yeah,
which here in this series, it's been a constant thread. Mm-hmm. In DuckTales 1987, there's, like, the one episode, like I said, Top Duck, where he feels like he's always disappointing his parents. Mm-hmm. Obviously, here it's extended to just disappointing everyone.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure. I'm not sure if we'll... No. I don't think we'll get Launchpad's family.
Oh, probably not. I don't think so.
Not at this point, no. But, so I guess like the first part was, why do you feel like this Launchpad was so eager to be part of an adventure family?
I think, like, it's the thread of wanting to find somewhere you belong. Mm-hmm. And for him, he does belong with, like, like the McDuck family. But with Della being back, he is no longer, like, his place is no longer, like, steady, in a sense, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, we've talked about this before, that he can be replaced, in a sense?
Yeah, like,
in
I think,
a way, you know?
I mean, like, the role he's inhabited as the pilot is now obviously been mostly taken by Della, but I think, like, this more, like, frees him to be more independent and to go and start his own family.
Yeah. And I think it's part of it is that, like, he probably sees, like, the joy that having this family brings, like, Scrooge and Donald and everyone. And he also wants that for himself. And he also wants to, like, be that for other people as well, you know? Like, oh, those scenes with him and Gauze, like you said, like, we don't really get anything like that in the original series.
No.
He is willing to take care of her when Darkwing dies.
When they think he's dead.
Yeah. But, like, we don't really get that side of the relationship where, like, you know, it's implied. But, like, for him to be, like, I forgot where I was going. I just got really emotional.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like, to have him be the one to reassure Gosselin and to be that, to be a similar, I mean, almost, I don't know if parental quite yet, but, a similar figure to Darkwing.
Yeah.
Is really nice, and definitely something we didn't get in Darkwing Duck. Mm-hmm. So I'm excited to see it play out in the rest of the series.
His little family. He's gonna cry when he gets a family.
I mean, he's already cried a couple times.
He's already been crying. This is big. I'm excited. I'm excited for them.
From Randy Marsh at Twinkle vs. West. This is a 4-part question.
Oh, okay.
Why was the ramrod turned from a bank opening weapon into a portal ray? We don't know why, but portal ray is more interesting.
Yes.
More dangerous.
And all Disney cartoons gotta have one.
Yes, we have now Gravity Falls, Owl House. Another one I'm forgetting. I'm tired. Infinity Train, maybe. It's not Disney, but
yeah.
I mean, yeah. It just it lends a lot more to the story. Mm-hmm. It gives a place to send Waddlemeyer. It lets us bring the Fearsome Four in. Mm-hmm. It's a very good plot device.
Yeah, it's very good.
And why was Gosselin not adopted by Drake Mallard this time? I just want to note that Gosselin has been autocorrected to gasoline.
Oh no.
But yeah, I think like we said, she wasn't adopted because they're not there yet. Like, she's not ready to be adopted yet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's basically it.
And 3 is Launchpad not in Duckburg anymore.
I think he is.
I mean, from the recent episodes, we haven't seen him.
Oh, yeah. Where is Launchpad?
In the future episodes, yeah. So far, we haven't seen him. So, maybe he is just sticking around in St. Canard.
Yeah, maybe getting them settled.
Yeah.
Buying a house.
Yeah, I mean, are they just living in the tower?
Yeah.
Does Darkwing even have an apartment? Does he have a mailing address?
Who knows?
Or there's a P.O. box.
Aw. For all the fan mail he doesn't get.
And 4 is Tuscanini involved in this. Making fictional things come to life is his camera gun specialty. No, we're not getting Tuscanini in this. He's probably a Darkwing Duck villain, like from the TV show. Mm-hmm. And obviously not one of the Fearsome Four. No. So, no, like we said though, we do see the Tron splitter from the episode Negaduck. I'm not sure
if it's a prop or
yeah, I'm gonna assume it's a prop if it was in the same cabinet as his gas gun. But yeah, no Tuscanini, thankfully.
Yeah.
Not a Tuscanini fan.
No, I'm indifferent. I don't care.
And that is all for our Twitter questions.
Yes, so we're moving on to Tumblr. Well, this is more of a comment than a question, but anonymous.
Liquidator.
Liquidator says, I feel extremely nerdy and called out by Goslin because I was nodding along and understanding all the original series references.
Nice. I had to rewatch the episodes to get the references, and I'm like, oh yeah! Those are references.
Yeah, and Goz would call us, like, nerds for being fanboys about all of this.
Yes.
Love that. Okay, so a question from Peanut Doodles.
Ooh.
Yeah, who says, this episode was amazing. Do you think Goz and Drake will reappear before the finale? What are your expectations for Taurus Bulba's character going forward? Do you think this episode is a backdoor pilot? Love the show.
Alright, first was Darkwing and Goslin's relationship, right?
Yeah, well, do you think they'll appear before the finale?
I hope so.
I really hope so.
Because we need him to adopt her, and
yes.
I feel like we need more resolution to her grandfather is not coming back.
Yeah.
Before that happens.
Yeah, I really hope so. How many episodes are we?
Shit. I forgot.
Point is, we need them to come back.
Yes.
Expectations for Taurus Bulba going forward.
Yeah, I just realized we did not mention that he kind of survived the end of part 2. Because in the pilot in Darkly Dawn's the Duck Part 2, he is presumed dead. He is caught in the explosion and presumed dead until the episode Steerminator, where he's basically brought back from the dead as a cyborg. Obviously, not the case here. Though he does obviously survive the Ramrod blast and hates Darkwing and hates Goslin. So, I mean, he's, I think, someone who could come back.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Especially if we get, which I hope, resolution for Waddlemeyer's whole thing. And especially since Bulba is such a personal villain to Goslin specifically and Darkwing.
Yeah.
I guess, do you think he'd die, Bulba? Nobody's died yet. We have characters have been confirmed to die. Nobody's died yet, but we have confirmation that characters will die.
Jesus Christ.
my money's on Bulba.
Yeah, Bulba or Waddlemeyer. He's dead.
I mean, Waddlemeyer, I think, will be just lost, not confirmed dead. We need some confirmed deaths, so my money's on Bulba.
Yeah. Jeez, yeah. Like, having him in jail forever is not as satisfying.
No. Because I'm pretty sure does he die at the end of Steerminator? I don't know.
It's been a while since I watched it.
I don't remember how that ends. I think they kill him.
I don't remember. They probably do, because, like, he's, like, unstoppable.
Yeah.
I don't remember, really. I need to rewatch.
I'm not sure. I remember everything but the ending.
Yeah.
And what was the part 3?
Oh, that if we think that this is a backdoor pilot.
I mean, I definitely think it could be.
Yeah.
In large part because...
Hope so.
I really hope so. But in large part because it was uploaded to YouTube for free, which hasn't been done since the premiere of DuckTales. So it does definitely feel significant.
So, we can only hope.
Hope so.
Okay. Anonymous.
Gladys.
Gladys asked, what do you think happened in their universe that turned Bushroot from a reluctant monster/anti-villain to the undead-looking, horrifying thing that came through the portal? Because both LP and Darkwing claimed that he wasn't technically a villain, which means that he wasn't super evil even in their version of the show. Do we have any theories about the transformation?
I'm thinking it was probably the same, but he just turned out looking like that. Instead of his more campy...
celery stick.
Yes. Version from the original series. Because, I mean, the way that they talk about him feels pretty much the same. And since he's more inspired by... I keep saying Swamp Thing, but he's more inspired by Swamp Thing, who... I don't know too much about Swamp Thing lore, but he was a person, obviously, before he became the Swamp Thing.
Yeah. Well, I think that if you add that, like, element of maybe in the show see, like, that loss of humanity, like, progress.
Oh, yeah,
more.
yeah. Maybe he loses the ability to speak.
Mm-hmm.
And he
completely, yeah.
Because we see him make, like, monster noises.
Yeah.
Which is fun. But yeah, maybe, yeah. He loses his humanity. That's fun.
Yeah, and he, he has no mouth, but he must scream. That would be fucked up.
He does have a mouth.
But he, his inner, whoever he was, like, Reginald, like, lost that, like, humanity in a sense, and he's now just this, like, monster plant thing.
That's fun.
That'd be fun.
Yeah.
Okay. So, another question from Anonymous.
Cranky Franks,
who asks, who has stronger dad instincts? LP, Darkwing, Donald, or Goofy?
Oh, how can you compare those? I mean, they're all different kinds of dads.
Yeah. But ultimate dad?
Ooh,
it's Goofy.
It's Goofy.
It's Goofy.
He is the insipidance. We would not have this Donald if we were not for Goofy.
Yeah.
Specifically,
he is...
a Goofy movie Goofy. A Goofy movie being one of the best movies of all time. And this is not hyperbole.
No, it's very good.
It's an incredible movie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's, my father, Goofy. Who always abandons me at Disneyland.
He does. We have one picture with him. We managed to snag him.
Like, we're not joking. Every time I'm like, oh, I want a picture with Goofy.
And
I turn around and he's leaving.
I feel like we asked once, right? Did we ask once when Goofy would show up? And they're like, nah, he's gone for the day. And we're like, this is our last day in Disneyland.
Yeah, because I wanted a picture with him in, his California Adventure outfit, because it's different.
Yeah.
And then, we went to Toontown, and we literally had to be like, when's Goofy coming? And they're like, oh, he's coming in a few minutes, but it's the last time he'll be here. Yes. So we were, just standing there waiting.
Stake it out. I promise we're not weirdos.
Yeah.
We respect your boundaries, Goofy.
Yes,
and it was inside the Goofy costume.
Yeah, and it was worth it, because we got, I got extended Goofy time, because I was wearing...
Yeah, we were the first ones.
Yeah, I was wearing 2 braids, so he had fun with that, and it was a good moment with my father. It was
cute. No, we got some cute pictures with classic Goofy. Where did this go?
I don't know, I just have emotions about Goofy. It's also because I don't get to go to Disneyland anytime soon.
No, we had 2 Disneyland trips planned for
our birthdays.
Our birthdays, which would have been spring break. We were supposed to have gone.
Yeah,
and we normally go January, which clearly is not happening.
No,
so.
Okay, next question. Another Anonymous.
We went down some sort of emotional rabbit hole. Let's see, our next Anonymous. Wanda is a comment. Wanda says, Launchpad helping Drake be a hero instead of just a celebrity is so sweet. Really driving the point that he needs his family to be... Oh, sorry. Really driving the point that he needs his family to be Darkwing. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I love that. Ooh, another Anonymous.
Ooh, I will not forget every character that was in this episode. Megabolt asks, do you think that Professor Waddlemeyer is actually still alive and merely lost in the multiverse? Or did the blast that supposedly make him disappear destroy him instead, just like it broke Bulba's horn and scarred his face? Oh, damn. I mean, I don't think he was killed in the blast like Bulba said, because, I mean, scarring and then, incinerating someone, I think are they're too far apart. So I think he is just lost in the portal. He's lost in the Darkwing verse.
Mm-hmm.
But he's probably lost permanently.
Yeah.
I mean, he has to be.
Yeah.
Sorry, Waddlemeyer. feel bad, but I'm like, yeah, Watermeyer, stay lost.
Yeah, stay lost, please. You've been replaced with 2 dads.
My 2 dads.
My 2 dads. I mean, I'm someone, I guess, I kind of root more for he's dead straight up. Because to me, it's more tragic to be, like, a reveal of, like, Boba being like, oh, you wasted all this time trying to get him back.
He's actually dead.
He's actually dead.
I killed him.
But who knows? It is a Disney show.
Yeah, and he does admit that he lied about Watermeyer getting incinerated, that he is lost in the portal somewhere.
Yeah.
But
who knows?
Who knows? He's definitely lost for good, though.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Another anonymous.
Shit. Oh, Jambalaya Jake. I'm sorry.
Jambalaya Jake. I always get that song called Jambalaya stuck in my head.
I don't know what song that is, so I'm safe.
Jambalaya Jake asks, is there any Darkwing Duck character or villain that y'all would like to see become canon in universe?
Stegmutt.
No!
I'm joking, it's Morgana.
It's Morgana, yes. I want to see Morgana. Who else is there that I want to see?
Who else is there that's, like, worthwhile?
I mean, yeah.
Full offense. Ooh, maybe Cerebellum?
I do like her. She's fun.
But then we would need to know what Shush is up to. We don't know what the fuck happened to them.
Yeah.
But I think definitely Morgana.
Mm-hmm.
Because, I mean, she's really great in Darkwing Duck.
Yeah.
Except for when they make her forget she can do magic.
That,
basically Justice Ducks. She's great in everything else.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this show would 100% do her right, and I would love to see how they would redesign her.
Yes, that would be so good. I would love to see that.
Mm-hmm.
And, I like Honker, so Honker should be allowed to live. Actually, no, because then his parents are
As I'm going to say, if you get Honker, there's also the Muddlefoots that come attached. They're a package deal.
Oh, never mind.
Let Boyd be Gosalyn's Honker.
Yes.
It's cuter.
Okay, I accept that. Oh, I do love Boyd. Anonymous. We have a lot of anonymous.
I know, you guys, you give us a name, so I don't have to keep thinking of names. The Bugmaster.
The Bugmaster asks, since currently, to our knowledge, Jim Starlin is living in the sewers like some sort of rat, how do you think or want his next confrontation with Draco now that he has Goslin and Launchpad with him?
Who? I would love to see Negaduck again.
Yeah.
I was always kind of ambivalent about Negaduck, except for Life, the Negaverse, and Everything, which made him much more interesting. But I mean, Negaduck and this is really fun. So, I mean, this would probably be a Negaduck who's like amassed some sort of plan. He has weapons and whatever to take on a Darkwing, who I imagine would be gaining in some sort of popularity, or at least a Darkwing who is much more capable.
Yeah. I think that would be really interesting, because, I guess, Launchpad is the significant figure here, because Goslin doesn't really have that connection with Negaduck in this universe. Oh, I hit myself. So I think it would be really interesting, that Launchpad plot point, the whole, he stole my sidekick away from me kind of thing.
Yeah, and, how... I mean, Launchpad saw the only good in Negaduck in Jim Starlin. He was the only one who's able to preserve that. Jim Starlin gave up his life, as far as I know, to save Launchpad.
Mm-hmm.
So it'd be interesting to see if, Launchpad is trying to reason with him, Negaduck being too far gone.
Yeah.
All that fun stuff.
So we have a comment from Anonymous.
Spike, who is Bushroot's pet sentient Venus flytrap from the original series.
So Spike says, at least this time Scrooge was made aware of the danger he was in instead of finding out at the last second by the season finale again.
Yes, we also didn't comment on that because I forget things. 100%.
Yeah.
I was getting a little tired of it because by the second season, it made sense for it to be a surprise in the first season, and it would work dramatically and everything.
Oh, it was beautiful.
It was great. Yeah, like season 2 finale, it's like, oh, he's completely taken by surprise again, this time by an alien invasion.
Also, I mean, y'all have heard our complaints about season 2 finale.
Oh, yeah. This is a whole list. Yeah, like, I mean, halfway through season 3, and Scrooge learns the truth. He learns who the enemy is, and it's a big reveal.
Yeah. And I love that, because, like, we've seen, like, episodes after that, like, it's very much a plot point. Like, it's very much something that's going to be driving until it hits, like, you know, the finale, I guess.
Yeah. Like, we're going to get, like, a big climax of the consequences of all of this, which I'm really excited for.
Anonymous.
Oh my god, there's too many anonymous question askers. Zan Allison.
Can it be someone else?
Who should it be?
Someone that would say this. No, I'm kidding. Someone else. I don't want Zan to say.
Nobody would say this. Just leave him anonymous.
Okay. We have a question from Anonymous who's asked.
Isn't even a question.
No. Well, okay. So, what are your thoughts on Jambalaya Jakepad Honkers? Serious set of badonkers, dub on honkers. I'm gonna start crying.
Thank you, brave Anonymous, who sent us that question.
What are your thoughts?
I think we said in the episode that Launchpad's pecs are pretty great.
A+ quality. No.
I am hunched over. I am in pain.
Jambalaya Jakepad. Well, like I said, they're beautiful, great to see, but they come at a cost.
I can't breathe. Whew. Oh my goodness. We have read that question like 10 times and it never gets old.
I'm just scrolling through it and see how many questions we have, and I keep reading.
I'm lightheaded now. Oh boy.
Oh god.
How can we come back from that?
We're going directly into a deep question.
Oh
no. Okay. So, thank you. We have a question from Hairbrain Scheme, who asks,
I love that username.
yeah, you might have already discussed this, but did it strike you as significant that when Launchpad was assigning familial roles, he didn't label himself as a Launchpad? Seems like that would have been a natural direction to go in, but instead he gave himself the most important familial role he can think of. To me, this indicates that Launchpad is ready to start a family of his own and is looking for a greater responsibility in said family. What do you think this means for Launchpad's arc?
Fuck, yeah, that is deep.
Yeah.
And luckily, we did actually cover that a bit.
Yes.
But yes, like I said, I mean, he gives himself, like Hairbrain Scheme said, like the most important role in the family. Like he gives himself the paternal father figure role. And I mean, in terms of Launchpad's arc, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think it speaks to maybe his growing confidence.
Yeah,
like he can actually imagine himself in this role.
Mm-hmm.
And
like he no longer needs like, you know, like being a pilot is important, but it's not like the most important role in a sense. Like he can take a more like active role in the family, in the adventure, in a sense. Yeah, like
his role like in the adventure family.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, definitely. And I think in terms of Launchpad's arc, I mean, I think, like I said, it speaks to his growing confidence. I can't remember if I said this, my mind is gone. But in him not only wanting that role, but having the confidence to inhabit the role of the father figure.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he goes right in, like his uncle list with, like, wanting to have snacks, and, like, he's, like, the little, like, the very basics of what he imagines as the uncle role. But obviously we see him take on more of the actual responsibilities in reassuring Goslin multiple times.
Yeah. Like, emotionally,
yes.
He's also very much there. And we've seen that, like, a bit before. Like, he obviously, like, he is a lot of people's, like, rock, in a sense.
Yeah, like, his emotional intelligence is pretty strong.
Yeah. So it's nice to see, like, those two, like, combine. And give him, like, I don't know, Launchpad, you're not a disappointment, you know? I mean, I guess, like, I feel like that's, like, for me, like, I hope that his arc leads to him realizing that, like, he is not a disappointment. He is a very important part of a family. We just made a sale a couple of times.
Oh my god, what did we sell?
We sold... Oh. A shirt of the 3 gay caballeros.
Yes! That's our first sale of that shirt! Oh, I'm so glad!
It. Hell yeah.
Oh, I'm so happy. I'm so glad someone finally bought that design. I was so proud of it.
I love it. Yeah, someone bought it.
I'm so happy.
Jack.
That's fucking radical.
Our last Tumblr question from the Humanity. I just listened to your They Put a Moonlander on the Earth episode, and I have to ask, is the existence of non-anthropomorphic ducks in the DuckTales universe any less weird than there already being non-anthropomorphic dogs, like our beloved Good Boy? What if the Beagle Boy's got a dog? What then?
Well, okay, so the Moonlanders getting a dog is fine.
Yes.
Because it's fine. Like, they're not dogs adopting non-anthropomorphic dogs. It's fine. Also, Good Boy is perfect.
Yes.
And I will take no cross words against her. With the anthropomorphic ducks, it's fucked. Because we are getting a direct, like, comparison. We are seeing the anthropomorphic ducks and the non-anthropomorphic ducks. And like Penny, we wonder what it takes to differentiate them.
Yeah, like, we're getting, like, an in-universe acknowledgement about how fucked it is.
Yeah. And
so I am vindicated.
Yes. With the ducks, don't think about it, because this is their reality. Penny, who is an alien and has never seen a duck before, until she met Della, sees this, and she is wondering, what degree of separation is there? What makes one of them able to speak and wear clothes? And what keeps the other nude? And eating scraps off the floor. It's great.
And also, the Beagle Boys should never have a dog.
No, God.
Don't trust them.
Do you remember, I was thinking about this, the only child day back in season 1 where we learned that Big Time Beagle is abusive to his brothers? Yes. Do you remember that?
I do. Jeez.
Wild.
I need to rewatch the whole show from the beginning.
I was literally thinking that earlier today. I'm like, I have forgotten half of what happened. So much happened.
Yeah.
There's 2 whole seasons of things that happened.
Mm-hmm. And we've talked about all of those.
We have. This is episode... Good Christ. 50-something?
Oh my god.
Right? We have done 50-something episodes of this.
Oh.
How many hours is that? How many hours have we
It's
just condensed here? We talk about DuckTales plenty outside of the podcast.
It's I think one time I made the calculation that it was a couple of days worth.
Oh my god. We're trapped in a room and we have to talk about DuckTales and nothing else for days on end.
Yeah.
And we
slowly
lose our minds in a positive way.
Yeah. Yeah. Fun time. So we have very nice compliments and then question from Sierra.
Or Toonloon on Tumblr. They say, "Hi there, I've been listening to you guys for a long time now, and really wanted to let you know how much the show and you guys mean to me. I had heard about DuckTales a little when it was first coming out, and I had watched some of the 87 episodes here and there growing up and wasn't too impressed. But I happened to see your podcast come across my feed and decided to give it a shot. And my God, I'm glad I did, because it opened my eyes to an amazing show. I started watching the 2017 DuckTales and never looked back. After watching an episode of DuckTales, I was more engaged and excited to hear you guys talk about it and dive into the history and lore. I even got my own copy of The Life and Times of Scrooge McDuck, and can't believe how long the Duck McDuck family goes. I even share Duck facts with my friends who have gotten into watching the show too. I love you guys and all the hard work that you put into the show, and just wanted to let you know. Thank you for listening to my rambles. I should probably get back to my question." First, this very, very nice message. I'm getting a bit emotional.
Same.
Maybe the biggest compliment is you actually went and bought The Life and Times of Scrooge McDuck. Yeah. Which I've talked up a lot.
Mm-hmm. No, like, to me, I feel like we say this a lot, but, like, this is, like, an act of love, like, me and my best friend talking, so, like, to see you also, like, enjoy it, get into it, and, like, also share, like, duck facts. Like, yeah, like, I became that person in my family. Yeah. And so, like, that's very nice, and, like, I'm glad you enjoyed listening to us.
Yeah, entirely. Oh my god, I can't believe we like that, and that someone started watching the show because of our incoherent rambling.
Yeah, like,
it's great.
We have impact.
Yeah, so it definitely means a lot. To their question, I really enjoyed the special, and a lot of the changes made sense, but I'm not sure how to feel about one. This might sound strange to say, but I'm kind of disappointed that Bulba isn't a confirmed murderer in this. Faby is fist-pumping in agreement.
Yes.
The fact that Dr. Waddlemeyer isn't dead but trapped in another dimension, and that Goslin and Drake are still going to try to find a way to bring him back, makes me fear that we won't see the full Mallard-McQuack family. How do you guys feel about this change? P.S. Launchpad is us, the whole special.
Yeah.
Yes. Constantly bursting into tears.
And cheering at all the references.
Yes.
I mean, I feel vindicated.
Yes.
But, I mean, I guess we've talked about it. Like, there has to be no way for him to come back.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it makes sense that they didn't just straight up have him killed. Because, one, it would make it that so Goslin doesn't really have a reason. Well, not sure there's a reason to be involved, but less reason to, what's the word? Fight against, I guess. Joining a new family.
Yeah. Yeah, like, I guess to me, like, it would remove that agency that they're gonna give her.
Yes.
To have that choice to join this family.
Mm-hmm.
Not that, like, original Goss didn't have agency, but she was, like, a little girl who was actively searching for family.
For family, since Waddlemeyer was, like, super dead.
Yeah, and her parents also soon are dead, yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah. like...
Mm-hmm. forgot what I was saying. Yeah, so I mean, even though, I mean, they are going to keep looking for Waddlemeyer, like I said, there's like no hope of him coming back, because,
yeah.
I mean, Darkwing still has to adopt Goslin, and that can't happen if Waddlemeyer is alive.
Unless he's real cool about something. Nah. I think, like, that, like, continual search for Waddlemeyer is gonna serve to, like, get them, like, more acquainted with each other, more, like, you know, build that familial bond.
Yeah, no, yeah, I mean, this is just giving us more time for them to get to know each other.
Yeah.
And like I said, for that bond to become really strong and to become more familial. To become more of a father-daughter relationship than it currently is.
Yeah. So that when it's revealed that Waddlemeyer is gone / dead,
yeah,
she can, like, you know, fall back on her family who's still there for her.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Very excited for that. As terrible as it sounds, kind of.
It's like, not to be mean, but yeah.
Yeah.
Gone or dead.
Yep.
Get going.
He's already stuck in another dimension. He can't go any farther.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's our last question / correspondence.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, thank you again for all of these questions. You had so many, we had to put them in a whole other episode. Which is very special.
I love, like, interacting with y'all in these questions. It's so much fun.
It's so fun. So thank you. Again, thank you so much.
Mm-hmm.
I'm tired.
Do you just want to copy-paste the ending?
I'm just closing my... Yes. Yeah. Nah, I feel bad. Well, no, I don't, actually. I'm tired. Should I just copy and paste it?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Bye.
Bye.
And you can, if you're not following us on Twitter, definitely do that. You can find us at Amores Patos.
You can also find us at Tumblr at amorespatospodcast.tumblr.com. You
can send us emails about, you know, whatever at amorespatospodcast@gmail.com. Thank Michael at Spintrick for our lovely cover art. Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. Bye.
Bye. An hour.